Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about how we can find partial products and do some practice together. So, mathematicians can use partial products as a strategy to find products or answers to multiplication problems. So we're going to learn about this today. We've been working really hard with building arrays over the course of about 2 weeks, and we've decided that we can take those factors and we can decompose them into their parts and then multiply those parts together in order to find the answer by building an array. Well, partial products is really similar, and you'll notice that there's a lot of similarities between these. But the thing that partial products is going to start to let us be able to do is be a little bit more efficient. So again, it looks very similar here, but we can make this more efficient if we wanted to. We can decompose those numbers so they're not is spread out, so we could keep those 10s together and have 20 here. And partial product strategy is going to allow you to do that. So again, it works the same way. 10 times 10 is 100, 10 times 10 is 100, and 10 times 3 is 30. And it also makes our thinking a lot more organized. So we're going to be able to quickly add the inside of the boxes together to find the product. So the partial product strategy and the array strategy are really closely connected. And I think if you see this, you'll see that the array really does transition really nicely into a partial products, and you can see the connection between them. So let's do a couple to practice together. So the first one here says find the product of 24 and 33 using the partial product strategy. So what I'm thinking is that 24 I can decompose into 10, 10, 1, and 3. There's 24. 33 I can decompose into 20, 10, and 3. Now I'm going to multiply 20 times 10. I know it's 200. 20 times 10 again is 200. 20 times 1 is 20. 20 times 3 is 60. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 10 again is 100. 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times 3 is 30. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 10 again is 30. 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. So we're able to use all 6 of these rows in each, or we can condense it down into 10, 10, 1, and 3. You could have done 20 and 4. However you want to solve this is great. But because there were only 6 boxes, I couldn't extend it past those 6 boxes. Of course, if I was doing it on my own, I could make the right amount of boxes for me. But because this template only had 6 rows in each, that's all I was able to use. But I definitely used less than that. Well, this is going to get a little bit more challenging because now I'm only going to have 4 rows to decompose my number into. So after I've finished putting in my products, I can now find what the answer is. So I want you to look at this, add all of these partial products together, and write in a PlayPosit what you think the answer is. And then you'll be able to check it with me. All right, so I've got 200 plus 200 is 400, plus 100 is 500, 600, 630, 660. Add 20 more, 680, 690, 693. Add 60 more, 753, 783, 792. So if you got the product of 792 and you added all of those partial products together, you are correct. Always remember that the outside in an array and partial product strategy is just there to keep us organized. So that is not a part of our answer. We're just adding the inside part to find our answer. So for this one, I want you to go ahead and try a partial product strategy on your desk. Draw boxes in order to find the product of 24 and 33. Once you have an answer to that, go ahead and put it into PlayPosit. You can, again, use maybe just 2 rows, or you can use all 4, but try to only use 4 rows or less. Go ahead and try that on your own now. All right, now that you have an answer entered, let's see if we can figure it out together. So I'm going to do 10, 10, and 4 for 24. And I'm going to do 30 and 3 for 33. Again, you might have arranged it differently, but we should still get the same answer. 30 times 10 is 300. 30 times 10 again is 300. 30 times 4 is 120. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 10 again is 30. And 3 times 4 is 12. Now I can add all these partial products together to find the product of all of 24 times 33. 300 plus 300 is 600. Plus 120 is 720. Plus 30 is 750. Plus 30 is 780. Plus 12 is 792. So my product is 792, and I was able to use less than 4 rows for each of my partial products. Now that you have finished watching this video, you are ready to go start part 2, where you're going to get to practice with a partial product strategy that looks like this. And then in part 3, you'll be able to practice with an even smaller one. So as a mathematician, you're going to have to be really flexible today as you work on those parts, because those rows are the only rows that you'll be able to use. So think about how you will strategically decompose those factors so that it fits inside of here, and it also lets you be accurate as you solve. Again, this one is less efficient than this one, but you should still be able to get accurate answers. The second or the third part that you'll be working on is really to help you become more efficient as a mathematician. Have a great time, and I'm excited to see all that you do in part 2 and part 3. Have fun.